IPQC Consulting spearheads the adoption of solar rooftop for SMEs across the country. We strongly believe this is huge opportunity for Indian MSME sector to reduce energy cost. MSME sector facing complex situation and viability of many MSMEs is question mark. In a slowdown like pandemic, MSME focus is to cut down the cost including energy cost. It is like saving is like earning. This is a great opportunity to shift MSME sector to green energy and make them energy efficient. Renewable energy, especially rooftop solar, makes sense for MSME because 1. Photovoltaic cell prices reduced drastically in recent years. 2. Clean energy makes sense because of global warming issue. 3. Government supports and extends subsidies to Indian MSME sector. 4. Renewable energy projects highly economically viable. 5. MSME sector can earn revenue from rooftops through net metering. 6. Global consumer prefers brands with green track record. Salient feature of solar projects are 1. Rate of return is at least 20%. 2. Payback period is around 3 to 4 years. 3. Idle rooftop area can be used for power generation. 4. Indian MSME sector can earn revenue through net metering. 5. Clean energy builds strong brand image in global consumer mind. 6. Attractive funding options available for MSME sector. For more information, please visit www.ipqc.in.
So good morning all. I am Raviteja. So I am a management consultant working in the business strategy consulting and business development consulting in the areas of MSMEs and big established corporates as well, and across sectors, energy, chemicals and petrochemicals, aerospace, and so on. So I got associated with IPQC recently, a few months back, and we were trying to figure out how we can help MSMEs and how we can be as consultants do a good job in enabling MSMEs develop their businesses and work with other corporates as well to increase their revenues and reduce costs, the primary consulting areas. So as part of this journey, I was trying to do some research on the energy sector. So the thinking went back to different states were actually trying to become power surplus. For example, the states of Karnataka, Andhra, and Telangana, they are power surplus now, and they're trying to market themselves as power surplus and business friendly states to draw investments both from medium-sized companies and big corporates and even the foreign investments to come into the state and take part in the journey of more power generation and generation. So as part of this journey, we have realized or we noticed that governments are putting more emphasis on the renewable energy part of the power generation, and accordingly they are drawing policies, drafting policies, and sharing with the corporates, encouraging them to come and invest in their states. So this has become more of a state-to-state competition. We have been closely following the government of Karnataka, the government of Andhra Pradesh, government of Telangana. So one of the key indications or the observations is that the states of Karnataka and Telangana have become very aggressive in encouraging the renewable energy. Also, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh are following up, and other states like Rajasthan, Gujarat, they are there. They are also doing well. But in the recent trends, these states, especially the South Indian states, have become more aggressive, or rather I would say are trying to become more aggressive in framing the business friendly, investor friendly, entrepreneur friendly policies to draw investments into their respective states. So as part of this study and this research, I came across one news article which said that the cabinet of Karnataka government has has cleared the renewable energy policy for the 2022 to 2027, then for the next 5 years. uh, I thought I've gone through this policy, the detailed policy, and I captured some key inputs from the policy, which would be of prime importance for consultants like us, and for businesses, entrepreneurs, and for especially MSMEs, who are in this sector and who wants to grow their business. So this came as a good news. So I would like to tell, if you are working with any MSMEs who could be your clients, you can encourage them to come and join this journey of Karnataka's new policy. And I'm going to share some few snapshots of the key policy highlights, and also what the plans of government as part of this policy are, and what implications can it have for consultants and entrepreneurs like us, to develop businesses, and more importantly, to develop IPQC as a consulting firm. So to begin with, so let's look at some Karnataka, the key policy highlights of the new renewable energy policy that was cleared by the Karnataka's cabinet. The prime goal was to see by the government was to see Karnataka as a renewable energy leader in the country. So that is how the government is planning to brand the state. So Karnataka should be a renewable energy leader in the next 5 years. That's the branding goal the policy has recommended. And so to brand itself as a renewable energy leader, so the objective is to increase the renewable energy capacity. So from 2022 this year to 2027, the next 5 years, the objective is to increase the power generation capacity to 10 gigawatts, and with 1 gigawatt coming from rooftop solar. So this 10 gigawatt goal can be from wind, solar, and wind and solar hybrid, hydro, biomass, and tidal. So there are these are the primary areas the government specifically, the policy specifically mentioned, and there could be hybrid as well, like wind and solar hybrid mechanisms as well. This is what the policy hinted. And the next policy highlight is that the government wants to develop Karnataka as a hub of renewable energy. So we have seen Karnataka becoming as a hub for IT when the few years back, when the government started developing SEZs, inviting corporates, giving them tax incentives, policy incentives to come and put up their IT operations. Now if you see the city of Bangalore and Karnataka, they have become major hub for IT firms. So on the same lines, the policy stated that it wants to develop Karnataka as a hub of renewable energy. So what could this mean going forward? So it could open doors for many firms who are into manufacturing of the renewable energy equipment. It could be parts. It could be the primary core parts that are needed for renewable energy plants, or the ancillary parts, which are primarily encouraged for medium and small scale firms who can supply the ancillary parts and services around the core business and thrive in the sector. And one other primary goal was that as Karnataka wants to be a leader, it wants to be a major exporter to other states as well. It wants so the policy envisages the state to develop the renewable energy hub, to increase the power generation potential and capacity, at the same time be a good exporter to other states. So how is it going to happen? So some plans and initiatives to support this policy from the Karnataka government, I'm going to take you through them. It's going to be a few points. We can stop and discuss if you have any doubts, and go forward. So as I said in the first slide, the policy hinted at seeing Karnataka as a renewable energy leader in the next 5 years. So one of the plans that are the initiatives that can help in translating the state from the current condition to the condition of to the state of being a leader is by establishment of renewable energy parks. This could include the parks like solar parks, wind energy parks, and also the hybrid ones. The policy did not clearly explain what the hybrid ones are, but it stated in few lines that it could be wind and solar parks. So one thing I can say confidently is that in the next, since the policy stated exclusively, so in the next few years there could be government policies, supporting policies and frameworks and initiatives from government in terms of establishing these parks. Like we're going to see land acquisition by government and inviting players, bids and tenders from the companies to come and establish their firms in the area of renewable energy power generation, giving them supporting tax incentives and business friendly environment like faster approvals and faster clearances, and providing them all the supporting infrastructure like parks, land, roads, power and water, and so on and so forth. So these are the supporting initiatives that are going to be there for the government. And as an entrepreneur or as a consultant, we would like to take these inputs into consideration before making any plans or approaching any MSMEs or any corporates who are interested in this sector primarily. And one other initiative from the government could be encouraging the manufacturing sector. This has got to be in line with our central government motto, which is self-reliance, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and so on. So one of the ways is to encourage manufacturing in any sector the government wants to build itself upon. So since the Karnataka government is focusing now more on the renewable energy sector, so the corresponding manufacturing support can come from the equipment manufacturing. It could be equipment manufacturing for the solar sector primarily, or for the wind sector primarily. So I would suggest we take a closer look at going forward in days to come, what the primary equipment manufacturers in the country are, understand their pain points, approach them, explain them the policy incentives, the encouragement from the government, explain them how the policy is, explain them how welcome they are into the state of Karnataka, and encourage them to make expansion plans, establishment plans into the government of Karnataka. And one more initiative that the policy hinted was the establishment of exclusive green corridors. So if, for example, if we see the government of Tamil Nadu has established a corridor for aerospace development. As part of that, the government of Tamil Nadu has given all the tax incentives and the clearances that are required to establish aerospace supporting companies to come and establish their manufacturing units, services units in the respective corridor of Tamil Nadu. And the same is with the UP government, the areas in and around Lucknow. So even they came up with this corridor for aerospace, and they gave all the support in terms of land, in terms of infrastructure like roads, connectivity, and other infra facilities like water and power to welcome the companies, small and medium firms, and big corporates to come and establish their firms in those corridors. So the same environment, I'm believing, is gonna be there, be created by the government of Karnataka to support this renewable energy sector. Since the government specifically stated the green corridor where the private sector will be encouraged, I'm very sure the government in the next few months will come up with exclusive areas within the state. It can be across districts or one district alone. But there's gonna be notification that's gonna be coming from the government of Karnataka stating that these are the areas we have identified in Karnataka as green corridors, and we are gonna be lending these and so facilities and support from government, like as I said, faster approvals, faster clearances, infrastructure support, etc., to for the private sector to come and establish their manufacturing units or their services units. So these could be the these are whatever I said till now. It's gonna be there in the next few months. It's my analysis and then my forecast for the near future, so that as consultants and as entrepreneurs who are as part of IPQC and who are with IPQC can take this into consideration and plan your businesses or plan your businesses for the clients, explain these points in detail for the clients, so that some credibility is built for the client. If a government is coming up with these policies, these initiatives, so definitely it should be incorporated into their business plans for the next 2 to 3 years. That's what my intention is in explaining this slide. And one more thing I would like to mention clearly is that the government is actually looking at ensuring 24/7, like all days of the week and every hour of the week, to make sure that renewable power is available. So this is a very aspirational goal, a very aspirational and very strong goal, and this needs a lot of effort of both from the government, and definitely without the participation of private sector, consultants in the sector, and entrepreneurs, this is not going to be possible. So I'm sure there will be doors and opportunities that are going to be open for consultants like us, especially who are sector specialists and subject matter experts in this area. I encourage my folks, my friends with IPQC to take this seriously and to further delve into this in detail, and to have words and discussions with your business partners, with your clients, and so on. And the next slide is going to be, since we have seen the policy highlights and the plans and initiatives and support from the government, I would like to take you through what it means for consultants like us, how we can take advantage of this, and how we can build IPQC further, or how we can help our clients who keep coming to us for help, how we can help them rebuild themselves. So as I said, the government wants to see itself as a leader in the renewable energy space. So one area is the research area. So in the policy mentioned that there's gonna be emphasis on the research in the solar power sector. So among us who are specifically inclined towards solar power, so I would like to encourage you to take this up and further dig deeper into how your efforts, your research in this sector can help government, and also help the entire ecosystem. It can be consultants, it can be entrepreneurs, it can be the businesses, anybody. So the research, your expertise, your research can actually help consultants and other entrepreneurs to excuse me, to build their businesses further in the state. And as I said, so the state wants to be a surplus player in the renewable energy, and wanted to be an exporter in the area of renewable energy. So there's gonna be demand for these power storage spaces, and also the large batteries. So this is one area we can look at, because the state specifically mentioned about power storage, or the being the leader in the state, being a surplus in renewable energy, and also export to other states. Without the ecosystem of having provision of large batteries and storage spaces for power generation, this is not going to be possible. So this is one area that's gonna be having a lot of demand, and in terms of intellectual support, like research and from the help of consultants, and also the manufacturing units who can come and set up these battery units, or the power generations and storage units. I'm sure the businesses who are specifically into this sector, they will have plans of setting up these power storage units. So if you are in touch with any players who are in this sector, I would like to encourage you to start initiating discussions in this area. So like try to find out if they have any plans of expanding into this area, and you can proactively explain them that that the state is opening up doors for setting up units in these areas, and you can actually ask them to come and visit the state and take a look at the documents and see if they can come proactively and then set up the storage units and the battery manufacturing units. So, and as I said, there's gonna be renewable energy parks and green corridors, wherein the ecosystem and the infrastructure support will be provided by the government. I would like to encourage you to stay active in this area and see in specific what kind of supporting policies going forward the government is gonna come up with, discuss them among ourselves, and take the analysis further to our prospective clients and show them the opportunities, how they can tap the opportunities that are going to be there in the with the areas of energy parks and green corridors that the government is going to be coming up with in the next few weeks. And as I said, we have I mentioned the manufacturing of renewable energy equipment. That is one prime area that will be a focus for the government going forward in months and years to come. So since we are as IPQC, we are a consulting firm which is specifically targeting MSMEs. We can actually handhold them in this area, like do the end-to-end business planning, the project planning, and the implementation for them, and evaluate the opportunities of setting up their manufacturing units if they have already plans. And since we have the intelligence and knowledge expertise, and how we can share our knowledge, our association with the bodies of government, with the policy making bodies of the government, and bring the MSMEs and handhold them in the entire journey. So these are some thoughts I thought I had when I was going through this article and the document. I thought I will share this with you, and these are my analysis, which I thought it will be of help for IPQC and for our partners. So if you are free to make any corrections, make any additions, and I'm sure this is a journey. So going forward, I will be trying to talk to a few more people who I know in and around the government, and see what implications can we have further from them, and share it across with you, so that can help us in helping our clients and also helping IPQC as a consulting partner. So this is how this is where I'm going to stop now, and take any questions from me, or we'll discuss if we have time now, and see how we can take it forward. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ravi. Fantastic presentation. It's a great presentation.